In 2011 we started using them fully after some staff training we received in 2010. So one of the best things we've been using ePortfolios for students to create a blog while they're out on their work placements. So this has been their reflective journal. Previously that was done in a big white folder full of written material, and I'd have to mark 30 or 35 of those when the students finish their placement. This way I'm having access to those journals every day or every week, and I'm able to respond to the students immediately.
The ePortfolios were introduced probably about 2 years ago. We introduced them into the Aged Care Certificate 3 course first, and then introduced them into the more industry-based course in the Vocational Graduate Certificate.
Hi, my name's Kay Woodaston and I teach in the School of Sport and Science. I teach a range of animal related courses, so from Certificate 2 level up to diploma. I've been using ePortfolios for the last 5 years, but this is the first year I've been using them in every single unit and class that I'm teaching.
The workplace journals are a fantastic tool. It can be done so you can communicate what you're doing, what you're feeling. If you're uncomfortable about something, and it's also personal, it only goes to whoever you put it to. If it's on paper, it can be left behind and other people can see it.
In the animal field, we need to record work placement information, we need to record information about getting job ready, and I could see that an ePortfolio would be a great way to do that.
A big one was the use of children's photos in the ePortfolios, so students are out observing children in the workplace. So we had to make sure that was included in the consent forms that go out with students on placement.
Within a different industry, the animal industry, we had to talk to a couple of students about comments that they made on their work placement blog, or just, you know, and it is actually a really good learning situation because they realised then about e-learning and online situations that you can't just say anything you like. It's not Facebook, it's a professional portfolio and you need to behave professionally.
We introduced it in a lot of different subjects, so currently in diploma I'm using ePortfolio in 3 subjects, and I think that gives them a broad spectrum of different ways to be able to use it. Our careers educators have actually used our web folios where students create a career portfolio, and this can be emailed externally, and our careers educators have used that to educate other people in other areas of the university. Firstly, we did a presentation to staff at a staff meeting after I'd completed some training, and sort of showed staff around the ePortfolio how it worked, gave them an opportunity to answer questions. We had staff from our e-learning department come and train our staff, and actually were available to train students as well upon implementation.
Ours was quite similar to Michelle's. We probably didn't have the formal presentation to staff at the beginning because I'd been using ePortfolios for a while, and I just, through osmosis I think, shared my stories with other staff members who then became interested in wanting to do ePortfolios in their own classes, and the project grew from there. I did do PD with some of the staff, and we had some support from Ken Johnson in order to just skill up the staff so that they felt more comfortable. I think that's an important aspect.
There's another key issue of confidentiality as well. Because it's in a human services area, we need to make it really clear that no residents that they're working with or clients that they're working with names come up onto the ePortfolio, or the names of any of the colleagues that they're working in, because the Health Privacy Act's quite strict about that. So that's I guess a key consideration.
Hello, I'm Juan. I'm doing the Diploma of Animal Technology, and I've been using ePortfolio this year. It's the first time I've been using it, and I find it's very easy to use because it opens up your creativity, and I think it's more a hands-on experience in the classroom.
At the moment, we've added the use of e-portfolios to our unit evaluations, which are paper-based, but that's where the student evaluates the unit as a whole. And last year we started canvassing how they felt about using the e-portfolio within that unit of study. Most of the feedback was really positive. They said it was easier, they said it was cheaper, all of those sorts of things. So it was a good exercise in getting initial responses.
We didn't actually have time to speak to employers individually, but one of our students in veterinary nursing was so excited about her e-portfolio that she was showing the vet in charge each week what she was doing, and he was really interested in it. He's a man who puts up videos of surgery and things on the web anyway, and so I think that's an area that we haven't tapped into enough, that we need to spend some more time talking to employers about the use of our e-portfolios and how best it's going to suit the industry.
We use a couple of different ways of doing that. The first thing is we review and evaluate some of the technical problems that students might have logging in, and we work with IT or e-learning to resolve those issues. We also ask the students to reflect upon what it's been like using the e-portfolios and the journaling, particularly in work placements, is actually getting the employers involved. Maybe an avenue or a platform for them to actually give us feedback and evaluate how the students are going as well, because we rely on the employers to give us a lot of feedback. Making it really easy to use, to log in, to get into the system, that's the first thing. And to really set up the training and the foundations properly for staff and students so that it really gets used in the most useful and broadest way possible.
I think for teachers just to be open to the idea and to embrace it. I think technology is everywhere in educational institutions, from prep to higher ed. So I think we all really need to jump on board and be enthusiastic, because we're surrounded by technology these days, and that's the way our students learn best. They communicate 24/7 on phones and laptops and iPads and iPods and whatever else.
It's really important to embrace e-portfolios, and I would recommend that if you are really keen on learning about it, don't let others' negativity stop you from implementing it into your own classroom. It's that old saying about one drop starts a waterfall. When I first started using them in 2008, there weren't many people interested in using them, but through just others seeing the sorts of things that students can produce in an e-portfolio, you can get others on board, but don't let the negativity stop you from introducing something that you know is going to benefit your students.